Hello everyone, Callan here, welcome back to my channel. Some of you actually showed a lot of interest in me doing flashbacks for the entire series of Helluva, so here we are, starting with episode 1. I know a lot of this stuff is pretty well known already, but maybe you'll see some things you didn't catch before. And I feel like this will help out a lot of the fandom newbies. I might also do one for Has-Been Hotel's pilot as well, but also keep in mind that some of that stuff may change when we actually get the series released.
And away we go!
Blitzo still has his circus tickets and posters up in his office. Blitz's business is in Imp City, which is in the Pride Ring where sinners can easily access them. It doesn't matter how big or little your sin is, if you sin, you go to hell in this world, though killing your husband, attempted murder on another woman he cheated with, and offing yourself isn't exactly a small feat. Blitz has obviously seen a very specific adult video that inspired him to put a very specific sign on his lemon tree. There are 2 demons on Blitz's dartboard that he likes to throw darts at. At this time, we still don't know who they are, as their silhouettes don't match with anyone we've seen so far, but it's still fun to note. The new teacher for the kids is cute! Oh my god! I never actually looked at the sequence that closely till now, but this is a fact. Blitz has a board of different things he can call for help on. Among those things are more coffee, soiled my pants, horny client, deranged client, client giving birth, which is interesting because sinners can't procreate last I checked, and Stolas. Fizz's first appearance was actually a drawing on the wall in the main waiting room. There's also a drawing of Sir Pent in there, and the horse drawing of Blitz and Moxie booping noses with a heart above them. This is probably foreshadowing for their bonding in episode 6. Or just Blitz being obsessive. Blitz has shockingly good reflexes. Even though it was part of the gag, he still caught an arrow whizzing around the office with no issues whatsoever. I mean, he was in the circus before, it might be some leftover skill from that. There's an imp version of the Mona Lisa in the office. Blitz can't text for shit. Stolas' book is required to get the imps to the human world to do their job. Obvious fact is obvious, but it's still getting listed. The building that IMP resides in is condemned. Millie is seen with chalk drawing a magic circle for Luna to open up. Currently, we don't know if this is needed all the time or if this is something that may just be used to get the portal in the exact spot they'd like to use, but it's still an interesting detail nonetheless. Dick? All of the signs that our fun little deranged family was, well, deranged were already in the background before they even showed their true colors. It simply took the mood shifting for everyone to fully notice all of it was there. Millie is for some reason missing from the time that Blitz and Moxie get to the window to the time that they all scatter. Moxie apparently either likes children or is comfortable around them as he instantly melts when he sees Martha's kids. You know, until they go all horror movie on him. Stolas has the best bathtub! Look me in the eye and tell me you wouldn't want a good soak in that thing. Blitz doesn't know what a grimoire is. While we still don't fully know what Stolas' job is in context of the show, we do know that he needs the book in order to do it, and we know that he apparently only needs it once a month on the full moon. Can I have a job that only makes me work 1 day a month and pays me as much money as he apparently has? Holy crap. Blitz's phone says GFY on it, which stands for go fuck yourself. It also has an emoji of a crying laughing face, but in imp form. Despite his panic, the instant Moxie sees Millie is in danger, he goes into badass mode. The decorations on the tree look like a lot of things we've seen in horror movies where whatever evil thing or cult ties branches together into symbols. These ones all seem to resemble eyes. Fire does nothing to imps. Blitz's threat is interesting.
But if you ever pull a stunt like this again, I will fuck you and your wife.
Blitz apparently carries ponies around with him everywhere, and Blitz is a horse girl. No one can convince me otherwise. While Blitz dropped his original phone in the forest, he pulls another one out of his shirt. Him losing his phone is most likely a common occurrence. Moxie really does have a soft spot for families. Millie is best wife. She's great at helping Moxie deal with his panic and doesn't judge him for it. She either tries to softly but strongly talk him through it, or helps him feel better about himself with positive reinforcement. Wow, this one is a little bit longer than the one I did last time, but that's also because I've seen this episode more times than I've seen episode 7, which is surprising. Also, a big shout out to Fake Off, I believe is how you say their name, for noticing something in episode 7 that I missed, which is that the elevator station actually lists the order of the rings in hell for us. Thanks, friend. I'm not gonna lie, I totally missed that because I just kept watching the Fizz parts over and over again. So yeah, thanks for catching that. It's a really neat fact. Also, before we end this video, I have a little something to say. So, while I was sitting there with my roommate, I was honestly kind of shocked that I knew certain things that apparently a lot of the fandom doesn't, like Sinners only being stuck in the Pride Ring. but it's partially because I assume at all times that everyone else always knows more than me. But then they pointed out something very important. We all hyperfixate in different ways. Some of you cling to a character and nonstop draw them and come up with headcanons for them. Some of us buy up every bit of merch in sight. And some of us just obsessively watch the episodes over and over again. Me? My personal way of hyperfixating is to hardcore dig for information. And admittedly, a lot of the official stuff that Viv has stated isn't actually, written anywhere. It's not on the official website, some of it isn't even in wiki articles. In fact, the wiki articles are hard to get through sometimes because there's a whole set that pops up for someone's fanfiction series that's so well written that it comes across as official when it's not. So most of the information is strewn about in different live streams Viv has done or on her Twitter rather than being in the show itself or being somewhere easily accessible. But who has time to sit through multiple streams that are all about 3 hours long? Apparently I do, because once I finish up all of the episodes, I also want to bring you guys a set of flash facts for all of those streams, and even one of me going through Viv's entire Twitter to find those little gems of information. It's gonna take me some time, so be patient with me, but this way maybe everyone can be brought up to speed on what's official, what's not, and that way maybe a few less people will be fighting over headcanons with each other. Wish me luck, send me your strength, because it's gonna be quite the task to undertake. I'll see you all in the next mess. Later, Gators.